This video is all about this tenor saxophone. It's a King Super 20 and it's from 1965 and I think it looks really pretty. So let's just go around the saxophone, let's have a look. So there you go, King Super 20. I'll just use my hand there. You can see the engraving now. Look at that. King Super 20. King Musical Instruments, Eastlake, Ohio. It has the nickel silver keys and the lacquered body. You've got some engraving on the bell. There it is. Look at that. It's hard to tell in this light, but you get the idea. There's some engraving there. And I like these key guards because they're not standard. They're different and they look quite cool. And you've also got some nice domed key work with some lovely engraving on there on your low B flat and B. And that's the only keys that have engraving on them. The rest of them are plain, but they're still domed and they still look really nice. And there's a reflection of the idiot who's filming. Look at that. Look at that idiot there. Anyway, back to the saxophone. Look at the size of that pants guard. But it does a good job protecting them keys at the back. Nice, interesting body to bell brace. It's got a little curve in the middle of it there. And sneaking around the corner to the pinky cluster, there it is. You've got a couple of rollers on them. Your B flat and your B and your C sharp have rollers on. Yep, nice little system. Feels very comfortable when you're playing it. And your left hand keys are also dome shaped. Look quite cool. I like it. And my old friend, the octave key. Hello, octave key. How you doing there, fella? Look at that. Doing its octavey things. And Super 20s are pretty famous for having the silver bell and the silver neck, but the Eastlake models didn't have that. Maybe I'm wrong, but this one doesn't have it. But it's still quite a cool neck, the underslung octave key there. Wiggle, 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 octave key, wiggle. Because it's the octave key doing its octave things. But all in all, the shape of this saxophone is really good. I've just serviced it. I went right through it. It had some issues which I needed to tidy up. And now I'm very happy with the result. It looks great. It doesn't need the silver neck or the silver belt to look funky and cool. It looks great as it is, although the silver is a nice touch. And it is a little bit more expensive. But these are still nice tenors. And another thing I like is this low C key. Look at that. It's got this double arm system, and you can also see the nice domed key. It gives it a better chance to stay in regulation and not get leaks and, you know, that sort of thing. It's a pretty good system to have, and that's why maybe a lot of these more modern saxophones have adapted or adopted that system. I think more saxophones should do it, but that's just my view on it. And it is a pretty saxophone. The engraving's really nice. It's hard to see on the camera, but I'll see if I can show you a bit closer there now. Let's have a look. Look at that. Yep, you can see it there. And the writing on the side of the bell. And I know that the most desirable Super 20s have the silver bell and the silver neck, but this is still a nice little horn. So anyway, let's have a listen to what this tenor sounds like, and I'll catch you lot after the demo. So that was the King Super 20. What do you think? Well, I'm going to give you my view on it. I think it's a very, very silky smooth sounding horn. It's not what I'm used to. That doesn't mean it's bad. I'm not putting it down. Quite the opposite. It's got a very warm, charming characteristic, and I would say the sound feels a bit more boxed in. It still spreads and it still can project, although I was consciously keeping the volume down a little bit because of a thing called neighbours. But I still gave it enough punch and a bit power and up the altissimo there, enough to show you the characteristics of the tone. Although I am a brighter sounding player, you can still hear that it has a warmth and a fatness and a nice spread to the sound. Oh no, don't say I'm swaying over to the dark side. That's not gonna happen. Bright forever for me. But jokes apart, I like this tenor. Tuning's good, it sounds nice. And also, when I opened it up, which was off camera, apologies for that. I should have caught it on camera, but I didn't. You can take my word for it. This Super 20 can roar like a tiger, and it can also purr like a kitten. So this belongs to a friend of mine. Mr. Anders, you are going to absolutely love this thing. It's warm, rounded, and it is silky smooth. Unlike you, you horrible creature. Anyway, catch you all later. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Can you do me a huge favour? Even you, Anders, you can click your wiggly finger on that like button. And the rest of you lot, you can click on the like button as well. You can click on the subscribe because it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you get to see my stupid face many, many times. Sorry about that. Not sorry. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye for now, all you lovely and you horrible people.